Hello, y'all. It's 10:59 p.m. Well, I don't even know where to start. So, I mean, the um the online gang stalkers, they're on YouTube bragging about their cyber crimes, bragging about their internet crimes, and gossiping and meddling in my business. So, I like I just saw that the perp Queen Whitaker. I never really did her anything, and I don't even recall ever speaking about her. But I don't know why she hates me. And part of the cult that hates me and wants me destroyed. So there. I mean, if you don't like somebody, I don't understand why you try to follow everything they do online and then try to find ways to ruin and destroy them. So the online perps are talking about that I need a social worker to handle me and stuff like that, and they're making a false rumor that that I'm mentally incapable of taking care of myself, you know, and and so like two of the guys that I mentioned earlier, in one of my earlier videos, she went and found that Steve O guy's channel and try to be messy on purpose and say, well, she did a video, bad mouthing both of y'all. Well, I mean, I know I got offended by the things said, and so of course I mentioned it and I blocked them because I'm like, y'all try to talk like y'all were on my side. So, like the fact that the Steve-O person, the fake Ti perp Steve-O, try to pretend like he was on my side, and then defending and agreeing with the perp neighbor, and then but at one of those two videos he tried to say something like, oh, I ain't trying to say she crazy talking about me, or something like that he said. So it's a form of bullying and abuse for y'all to try to treat me a certain way because y'all think, oh, she got mental issues, or she's slow, or she autistic, or she this, she that, or whatever. So, you know, I mean, and as I said, I wasn't even saying that the E-Vision person was a perp, but I felt betrayed by him, defending and agreeing with the Steve-O person when the Steve-O person seemed like as if he was kind of trying to mock and make fun of the situation. So if you, as I said, if this Steve-O is truly targeted, how could he not see that? Or if you claim to be chosen or spiritually awake or whatever, how could you not see the videos that I exposed that what's her name was a perp, and then you're defending and agreeing with her and making like you see where she's coming from, and then and then you try to gaslight and discredit me and try to make it like as if I'm foolish and childish for worrying about a color. So while you claim to be targeted and followed, so that's why I say that if they got so many fakes playing both sides and perping, you know, so it's like, how the hell if you showing footage of your gang stalking and then turn around and perp me, and I never offended you, disrespected you, or did you anything. So when a Steve-O person was defending and agreeing with the perp neighbor and then try to discredit me and everything like that, after he mentioned about, made a so-called supportive comment, I felt betrayed. Like, wait a minute, y'all were just talking like y'all were supportive of me recently, very recently. And even the E-Vision person was talking about how he support me and got my back and everything, and was saying that he didn't believe any of the slander of the gang stalkers. But they both, unfollowed me. Well, I blocked them, because after I felt hurt about the things that I saw that they were saying about me. So, but it seems like as if the Steve-O person was trying to make fun of me by saying, "Oh, I ain't trying to say she crazy." So, I mean, and it be your own black people to do this to you, the worst. Kick your own kind down. So, that's like nobody believing me about my own twin sister, though. So, speaking of her, Brandy, she did lie. I'm sorry. She lied and said that she never said that, you see that GoFundMe up there, you might want to leave it up for your burial. She lied on me and said that I intentionally and on purpose and willfully took her words out of context. No, she blatantly did say that back in 2021. But unfortunately, was it 2022? 2021? No, that was in 2022 that she said, you see that GoFundMe that you got up. It was 2021, April 2021. Excuse me. It was April 2021, and in 2022, my laptop got ruined. So she said, you see that GoFundMe that you got up there, you might want to leave it up for your burial. And that's how the foster mom used to talk. So, my twin sister has even mentioned about what part of I don't want to be twins with you anymore, don't you understand? Or, or she said, like back in 2020, when she started, in October 2020, when Star Bricker tapped her on the shoulder sometime, and then I was exposing not just her, but the whole family, and the foster family, and the cult, and the people we went to school with, and everything. I was talking about everybody and being involved in this. So, back in October, my twin sister started a whole bunch of smear campaign videos trying to discredit me and trying to make a fool out of me. And she wanted to, back then, try to get me committed to the mental institution and make like I'm just super crazy and out of control. So when me and her, had that situation, I don't even know if that night I thought I was gonna die of high blood pressure from so much stress that night. And then Darius pretended to be a fake savior. And after I said that I didn't want anything to do with the TI community anymore, and that, I got mad and I shut down my Instagram, Facebook, that blog that I had, that Twitter, and almost YouTube. I almost shut everything down. Everything. And so Darius pretended to be a fake savior and fake supportive, and that's when he started with the love bombing and all that before the pulling away the rug. And it seemed like he was secretive and fake the whole time. And throughout the fake friendship, I always had these fears that he would secretly go behind my back and defend and agree with my twin sister and betray me. And that's exactly what he did. So he came back and told me that Brandy said that you know, all I know is you're dead to me. So like back in 2011, I don't think it was 2011. No, it was already 2012 because I already had that apartment. I'm sorry, that Section 8 house in Los Angeles. So, excuse me. So me and her got into an argument and she over the phone, and she had a Photoshop picture of herself aiming a gun at me. And in 2011, when we got into an argument, she said, "You go live with Aaliyah in her grave, you sick fuck." So, excuse me. So so it's like, so it's like when she lied on me and said that I deliberately took her words out of context. When she did say, "You see that GoFundMe that you got up there, you might want to leave it up there for your burial." She did say that. But unfortunately, I don't have the computer anymore, and it got very bad liquid damage. So that would have been, and I don't even know if there's a possibility. I don't even think that I do have any. I don't think that I do have the screenshot on. I don't think I do have the screenshot on any of my flash drives. But she knows she said it. I saw she said it. I know she said it. And God in heaven knows she said it. So she tried to make it like as if. So I saw her make a comment. They have like a whole thread of over 50 comments on fake Stephon Adams fake community post about mocking me getting evicted and making memes about me and harassing me and stuff. And so that whole cult, they're all gossiping about me and making and plot and bragging about their plots on how to ruin and destroy me. And then they even acting like as if they're trying to hunt for what my TikTok is. So they want. If you don't like somebody, why the hell would you want to stalk everything they do? Y'all stalking and spying on me and trying to control me. So my twin sister, she had so she lied and said, "Oh well, I said that." So this is what she said. She said that, "Oh, my cousin Blake getting shot and killed, he didn't deserve that." But Candy, she's asking for something bad to happen to her and this and that or whatever. And then she said, "Oh, my cousin didn't deserve that, but her, she's asking for it." And she know that she couldn't go play that in New Orleans because they would have unalived, and she knows that they would have unalived her a long time ago. And I feel like it sickens me that my own twin sister's freaking talking about me like that. So, but then how come she wasn't a victim and she claims, I'm interested, how come she would get to be considered a victim or that deserves sympathy when she claims that recently people were trying to chase her with guns? What did you do? Like people will say like, well, people wouldn't just chase you with guns for no reason. There gotta be something that you did or said to trigger and provoke them. Yeah, that's what that lady, Miss Shirley, was trying to say. That fake Shirley Pert was trying to say at the meeting. She was trying to say, she was trying to make it like as if that perp neighbor Whitney would not just go off on me for no reason. But as I said, that Whitney perp was using the loud music as a harassment tactic, or a perp tactic, and deliberately acting like a perp. And her and the baby daddy, they were both perps and doing like the perp tactics and everything. So her own baby daddy, would talk loud on a cell phone. Was it Sunday? But then she tried to talk about me always being on my phone talking loud. I'm doing a doggone YouTube video, and you know that I'm exposing the gang stalking. So she wanted to try to turn it on me. Not once really did I do a video at night, living up in there for that month. So, I mean, my own twin sister's basically saying that if I get killed, I deserve it. But how come you didn't deserve it when you said that people try to set you up and that they try to chase you with guns? And it's like, I'm sitting here wondering, how could you be so, no matter what, like, not even trying to mend or improve the relationship as twins? You just sitting there, right along with the rest of the perps, rubbing your hands together and can't wait till I die. So I feel like this. What is the point of me going back to the fake IDMR cult and being compliant with the cult? And what's the point of me, excuse me, being compliant with psychiatry and mental health? Even when I was in the cult and when I was taking psych meds, my twin sister was still abusive and oppressive and hated me and didn't give a damn. And my twin sister doesn't care about my eternal soul, where I'm gonna go in eternity. So I don't know why back in 2013 or 14, one of those 2 years, she got real mad at me and lectured me for 4 hours on the phone. Excuse me. Lectured me and told me every critical thing that she thought about myself, for 4 hours on the phone. So, but I'm wondering, how come Queen Whitaker and all the other perps can gossip and talk about me? And I never even did y'all nothing. But then she went to go be messy and tell those two guys, oh, she made a video back. Well, you making comments, have like a whole conversations bad mouthing and gossiping about and stalking and keeping up with what I'm doing. And so the Steve-O person, when she made that comment, he hearted and liked her post. Hearted and liked her post, and she's a whole damn perp. That Queen Whitaker is not part of the TI community at all. She's one of my twin sisters' flying monkey cult, gang stalking cult followers, and they're part of the sex trafficking, Luciferian sex trafficking cult. So Steve-O, like, why would you like a perps post against a fellow TI? So yeah, now I got my final confirmation that your ass is a fake perp. Talking about, oh, I ain't trying to say she crazy. So, you narcissistically bragging about how spiritually woke you are and how chosen you are. But you're sitting there bullying a fellow TI that's already down at her lowest moments. So, I mean, I feel like if you claim to be targeted and got sympathy for a perp, you a fake TI perp. While you sit there and kick down and mock and make fun of somebody that's supposed to be a fellow TI. So, you know, It seems, as I said, anybody in the family, none of my family care about me. And any fake support or fake concern, they idolize and worship the fake mental health system. And they're only about control. That, like, my family, they care absolutely nothing about me. Nothing. So, and then if the online perps gossip about me and talk bad about me and stalk and keep up with everything I do and try to control me, and then falsely accuse me of being a narcissist. So it's like, how would it make logical sense for y'all to think that I would just want to willfully, fight tooth and nail to get a place, a $300 place, just to give it up, and then be homeless willfully, and then for an excuse to beg for donations and lay on my back in hotel rooms? I don't know how or why y'all think I would do something crazy like that. So these couple of nights in the hotel, I'm thankful and glad I was able to get peace and quiet. So, they were gossiping and talking about me being racist and all that. But here, you hate your own black people. And you hate your own twin sister for nothing. You hate your own twin sister and other people, like the online perps. You hate your own black people. So if you hate me, and we're the same race, but then you want to talk about, oh, she making racist, hateful comments. Well, what about all the dirty, hateful comments you made about me and I don't even know you? Those guys did try to splash water on me on purpose while I was in the middle of trying to get my food. So, I mean, I don't understand, what do y'all get out of, like, Starbricker and that Jessica person? They were hiding behind fake accounts and everything. But if y'all were so real, show your real face and name. But y'all still won't even do that, but you think you're so tough. My twin sister thinks she's so tough to bully me, but she was defenseless and scared, talking about, talking about being chased by strangers. I mean, talking about being chased with guns or something like that. So why do I deserve to get hurt or deserve to get shot and killed for trying to beg and plead for them to stop the torture with the noise? Or why do I deserve to get shot and killed or deserve to get hurt for confronting a gang stalker that's following me with one headlight and right up on me, or a perp that deliberately trying to run over me with their car? And then y'all talking about don't run up on them. I'm like, didn't I just tell y'all that this perp tried to run over me with their car on purpose? And then you making like I deserve to get killed, or making it like as if I'm starting with innocent people. When y'all know damn well y'all are perps and y'all know that they're perps too, but y'all one big fake gaslighting cult that's loyal to wickedness, loyal to evil and wickedness. So everybody, oppressing me and trying to kick me down even harder when I'm at my lowest. And then try to make like I feel no sympathy for her. She put herself in this position, or she did this to herself. No, I mean, I'm trying to get people to understand that, that if you're targeted, then you will realize that they torture you with the noise campaigns and noise harassment. That's some of their tactics. Wearing red is some of their tactics. I wasn't even trying to be petty or childish, but the loud noise, the perping with the red, and but sometimes a person can wear red and not be perping. So I mean, it's like when my twin sister got I mean, Brandy, it seemed like as if she got upset and was livid back in 2020 because she must have thought that I was too dumb, and she must have thought that I would never find out that secret that she sold out, or that I would never find out about them being gang stalkers. So for you to eyewitness, you know, your own twin sister saying that you deserve to die, pretty much, or that she would feel, and even back in 2021, for right before our birthday, when she said "Happy Birthday, Ho," HEAUX, you know, and she mentioned that basically if I die, then it's not her problem. That, or if I get killed, then it's not her problem. But as I said, other targeted individuals, they confront or, stand up to gang stalkers, or, we sitting here trying to defend ourselves. And, you know, so it's like targeted individuals should not be backstabbing and betraying and being fake towards each other. And then you want to talk about you're chosen and hated, and then you turn around and do fake shit and perp shit towards another TI at their lowest. Darius pretended to be a fake savior at my lowest, but then he also betrayed me and stabbed me in the back, also at my lowest. So, I mean, what is this with other professed targeted individuals saying that I'm crazy with a mental problem? When psychiatry and mental health has been used, I mean, psychiatry, like, how do you think people dealt with so-called mental illness before the 1940s? It was invented by man, which was influenced by Satan. More like invented by Satan himself. And I'm not going to hell for none of y'all. The Bible warns against, people like taking pharmaceutical drugs that's mind altering, which is pharmakia witchcraft. So why are people in the so-called TI community saying that I need a social worker, I'm schizophrenic, like saying exactly what the perps say, and talking about you behind your back? And I'm like, wait a minute, I never did you anything. So then when I do a video, then y'all try to gang up on me and bully me and team up with the sex trafficking perps. So yeah, that following Steve-O, you gotta be a damn perp to do what you did to me. Like those videos, you didn't even have to do that. You could have kept your comments to yourself. That was just so damn unnecessary. Seemed like as if he was trying to mock and make fun of me, while defending and agreeing with the perp neighbor. He probably sexually wanted her. That's probably why he defended and agreed with her. And then try to make me out to seem just so crazy. So I mean, I actually felt like I could not go to sleep tonight until I was able to vent and get this off my chest. So it's like, if my own twin sister herself feels like I'm irredeemable and that there's nothing that I can do to gain back her love or respect that she never even had, but I'm sitting here trying to let her know that the foster family, the thoughts that and her opinions that she got about me, the foster family did a mind control experiment, sold us out, and put us in the mind control program to manipulate MK Ultra and manipulate and turn us and experiment and turn us against each other. And other professed targeted individuals said that this is what happened too. So Darius claimed to be targeted and said that his twin brother Denzel is a perp. So Darius turned out to be a perp and fake and extremely narcissistic. And I still feel like as if I'm, hurt and haven't been able to get over the shock of the betrayal shock. I've healed somewhat, but still, not fully. But I'm surprised I did any healing, got any healing, because, but then everybody else want to re-traumatize and abuse me all over again. So, how come the online gang stalkers are allowed to hate me and be prejudiced of me, but I'm not allowed to hate nobody and be prejudiced of nobody? Or what y'all want to falsely perceive of me being prejudiced or hating this thing and that thing, or this person and that person. But y'all hate everything about me. And that fake sunshine perp kept on, talking about that, she said for the millionth time that she was gonna stop cutting her hair, and she looks like a man and she looks very manly. Well, okay, my twin sister would have hair just about this short. How come you don't call her manly? How come you don't nitpick? And how come Star Brooker and all of them, they don't shun my twin sister for being fat, and they don't, when she did cooking videos, they praise her. And Brandy was fatter than me, and then encourage her cult followers to trigger me and call me fat and greedy every chance they get. They know I was cheated out my fucking food. And they think that I deserve everything bad to happen to me. But Brandy, the foster mom used to tell Brandy that, the foster mom used to tell her that one day she gonna run up on the wrong one, or that one day that she gonna, fuck with the wrong one. The foster mom used to tell both of us that. So how can she try to pretend to copy off the foster mom was saying that I'm a fuck with the wrong one and then get hurt or killed and deserve it? And then one time my twin sister said, fuck her, I hate her. She said that about me. So she's a deadbeat mother trying to make it like I'm mentally unstable and crazy. Excuse me. She's a deadbeat mother trying to call me mentally unstable and crazy. Because she's rich enough that she got the money that she could have take care of herself. All three of her kids plus me and China all together. She could have had the money to take care of all of us. But I really don't want I really hate being in this predicament. So the online perps are gossiping and laughing, talking about Candy said that she didn't foresee that she would end up in this predicament. No, I wasn't planning to end up just suddenly being back homeless and having to get rid of everything. And now it's like that's basically the least, the stuff I have now is like the least amount of possessions I ever owned. I mean, because even if I would, like when Alex Dupree ran me out of Pensacola and I had to be homeless, I think I had to carry around one bag, but the rest of my stuff was in the storage unit. But now I had to get rid of everything. And see, narcissistic abusers and gang stalkers, they set you up to be forced to have to lose everything. So if you know that, if you profess to be a targeted individual, and you know that the gang stalkers use certain tactics, why do you victim blame another targeted individual and make it like as if you got yourself in that predicament, or you could have did, or you did this wrong? You, when somebody is doing the best they know how to survive. So who's the prejudiced one when, and then like those guys, as I said, they waited until the time of the DoorDash driver bringing me my food, and that's when they hurried up and came outside, and I tried to ask them to, can you please not, and they kept on splashing the water on me on purpose, and ignored me and refused to stop. But then, after taking a couple of bites of food, they were gone. They were already gone. So it's like they strategically waited for, they strategically waited for the DoorDash transaction to do that to me. That ought to be considered assault. That you deliberately splash water on me. So, but they're damn sure racist and hate us, black people. They hate us, black people. So, I don't even know why the online gang stalkers think they got so much authority over my life. And they think they got the authority to make so they want to try to monitor and police to make sure that I don't ask for or get any help at all. So somebody said it could be that I'm on the autism spectrum. Yeah, I mean, but that doesn't mean that me being considered autistic or Asperger's, that I deserve disrespect from society, or that I don't, or that I shouldn't have any rights, because they disrespect me and call me girl, and I'm 40 years old. But I'm wondering why the Sunshine Perp didn't call Brandy, my twin sister, manly. She got her hair cut. She be having her hair cut short like this too. And I already explained that I was forced to get my hair cut. Back in April, I thought the homelessness would have been over. And my hair was damaged from swimming in the pools and the chlorine and everything, because that was the only way I was allowed to take a shower while homeless. So then, my hair had bad chlorine damage. And so with the chlorine damage, that was why I had to get all my hair cut off. Plus the seborrheic dermatitis, I have some seborrhea flare up now. And it started from foster care. The foster mom used to force us to wear our hair short. But the dermatologist, I don't remember his name, but he wanted the foster mom to cut all our hair off just one time and then let it grow back natural. But she decided it looked cute, and then she sent us off to 7th grade with short hair. And then we ended up getting bullied in school because of our short hair. And my twin sister had to deal with being bullied like that too. So it's like you think you're tough bullying and trying to intimidate and think you got authority over your own twin sister, but you're scared of other family members and you're scared of strangers. And like certain stuff that happened in foster care, we could have and should have moved past that. But then, she's made up lies, about, kept on making multiple false accusations about me doing X, Y, Z to Raven. And other people say that it had to have been her doing all that stuff and then using projection. So she's the one who's doing how a narcissist operates, and her cult followers too. I mean, Starbricker tried to falsely call me a narcissist, but it's her. All that whole group is like obsessed stalker psychopaths, but they're operating in packs to, like, why would you bully and harass and pick on and treat mean somebody who's labeled with a mental problem? You don't even have any compassion or sympathy at all, and you bully that person and you want that person destroyed. But I'm deeply hurt that my twin sister thinks that if I would have got hurt yesterday, I pretty much get what or if I would have got hurt or killed yesterday, then I pretty much get what I deserve. But she said she got chased with by two people with guns. How come if they would have succeeded at shooting and killing her, how come she don't deserve it? But I wouldn't even say anything like that about her. So, and the online perps think that I'm a joke and a mockery by saying that I stay to myself. I do stay to myself. And even those the neighbors that said that Whitney and the Reginald guy and the other people were problem neighbors, they were even saying that they noticed that I'm quiet and stay to myself and don't bother nobody. And even in Los Angeles and other cities and places I've lived at, they say that I stay in my apartment or stay in my house, and that I'm quiet and stay to myself and don't really bother nobody. But when I was at 8504 McKinley Avenue, the only neighbors that would do noise campaigns and shit like that was Lynette, and she was a perp. But Mr. Ron and Miss Tammy and Miss Pat and Mr. Winston, they never really they never really blasted loud music or anything like that. But and Miss Pat used to live next to me. I don't recall having a lot of complaints about her TV either. I don't think so, because I probably would have remembered that. So even the neighbors directly across the street, I don't recall having like noise complaints about them. But it was other people in different areas of the neighborhood or perps passing by in loud cars in Los Angeles that I had to deal with. So but it's very frustrating, that you can't even convince another so-called targeted individual of the truth about your targeting and suffering, or they would even say that you victim blame and say that you brought it on yourself. So, yeah, those ladies that defended me shortly before I left yesterday, it's 11:43 p.m. right now. Those ladies that defended me, they they were saying that I'm quiet and stay to myself and never really leave the house, and now I don't really cause no problems. and that the other neighbors, that the police were always there, and that there were always complaints about them being problem neighbors. But that's what they do to the targeted individual that's on this watch list. That the neighborhood will seem normal, functional, and perfect, and then once the target is moved in, they set the stage for ritualistic noise campaigns and noise harassment and gang stalking. They say that gang stalking is human trafficking. Gang stalking is satanic ritual abuse. That gang stalking is MK Ultra. Why do you think they? Excuse me. Why do you think they do stuff based on colors, numbers, timing, which is part of the numbers, and you know when you're crying out for help being targeted, and if a targeted individual victim blame another TI and say you dug that hole for yourself, but then you humble yourself when you lose your house and car being targeted, then you humble yourself. Excuse me. You sit there and say, "I deserve this," or "I put myself in this predicament," but then you humble yourself and feel like shit when you lose your house and car due to the targeting. So it's really frightening that the gang stalking network hoping that I die as soon as possible, or they want me to be locked up and controlled. They falsely accuse me of lying and saying that I got evicted when you know when I said Miss Mary was talking about having me evicted. So I can't even go back to Bloomington if you know they probably know about they probably were informed or told about my videos. And the online gang stalkers, that same cult, sex trafficking Luciferian cult network, they bragged and admitted that they had possession of the phone number and the address to the office of where the cabins were. And I don't excuse me, I was financially struggling and kind of barely able to afford living there, but I was threatened one morning there, No, I was threatened twice when I was in Bloomington. But how is it like if they drive near me with obvious blaring loud music, red truck, arm hanging out the window, and then when I try to get the license plate to expose to the TI community, and y'all want to make it like, oh, you're gonna run up on the wrong one day, or or insinuate that I deserve to get hurt for quote unquote running up on people. But you want to know how many perps that called me names? Even the online perps, they call me names every day. Every day. Excuse me. They call me names every day. And they gossip about me. They say stuff about me that if we were face to face, it would have been trigger enough to make me mad enough to physically go off on them. So why do I deserve to get hurt for saying certain things to people, but y'all be saying all this shit about me and to me? Stuff that's inflammatory, and you do it unprovoked. Unprovoked. You hear that plane? So as I say, you see footage of me being gang stalked, and I don't even bother or harass anybody. You the perp. but they said the majority of the TI community has people in the TI community has sold out, and that's why. So like back in 2019, the people in the TI community used to stay strong, and the reason why they say stay strong because they say it takes a weak person to, give in and take that deal and lose their soul and become a perp, because they say that's what the targeting is that they're trying to beat. And I experienced it for myself, that they're trying to beat you into submission to become a perp like them so you can go to hell. And so I mean, and they wait until I'm in positions like this, like the fake perp offer from the other day. I'm not, and I said that for the rest of my life, Candy Grand Prix, me, I promise that I will never join another cult again for my life. I'm not joining any cults anymore, and damn sure not joining a Luciferian or a satanic cult or a sex cult or a death cult or any other kind of cult. No religious cults, no cults, no more cults for me. No more cults for Candy Grand Prix. So, for me to expose a cult, y'all give me lots of thumbs down on that too. What make you think I'm lying? So, like, I'm sorry I kind of kept, getting all over the place, because, as I said, I'm, sleep deprived. So the fake sunshine perp, mentioned like harassing me and making remarks about my hair. But okay, back in March, I was forced to get all my hair cut off. April, due to the chlorine damage, and I said I wanted to let my hair grow back. So due to the corrupt water in Bloomington, that ruined my hair. So I was forced to have to get it cut again. And I didn't want to. I was trying to let it grow back out. And so then last month, September, the lady gave me a bad haircut. A really bad haircut. So that's why I was forced to have to get it cut again this time. So I said I wanted to try to let it grow back out. So yeah, you're not saying my twin sister's not. You're not saying she look manly, but aren't y'all the main ones trying to call me racist and homophobic? But y'all prejudiced to me, and y'all hate everything about me, and they're lying and saying that I'm incapable of taking care of myself. Now, Brandy won't even defend me or vouch for that. That she won't even defend me. She just sit there and let these online strangers assume shit and make up lies and just talk shit about me. Who the fuck lets their own twin sister do that? I don't get a pass for saying even the truth, speaking the truth about her. I don't even get a pass, but she making up lies and saying a whole bunch of dirty shit about me. Excuse me, y'all. So they made my nose itch. But it's like, she lied to people and said that Candy's been slandering me online for years. She told a lie on me that caused me to lose exactly 1,000 followers. People on my friends list on Facebook back in late 2010 after my suicide attempt. And you still don't give a fuck? You don't give a damn for, none of my family cared. In 2011, when I told the family I was suffering lupus, nobody gave a damn. Nobody cared. And then when we argued in 2012, she's like, you don't have lupus, you just want attention. Well, Wyatt even talked about moments where he tried to claim that she was faking a certain medical emergency for attention. Like, in 2007 or 2008, they weren't getting along, and Wyatt was trying to say that she faked a stroke for attention or something like that, or the paramedics didn't believe her. So, like, if you're supposed to be persecuted or targeted, why are you targeting your own twin sister? If you claim you being persecuted too, no, you a perp that just want to hijack my position. But both of us were brutally bullied and abused in like elementary, more like middle and high school. The middle school, I think it was the worst for her, but high school for my senior year in high school for me. So it's like they said that gang stalking is an addiction and that they lose their soul and that they have zero empathy and which they grow a narcissistic personality, right along with the gang stalking. So I mean, and Stefan, the fake Stefan Adams sex trafficking perp, he lied on me and said that I just threw a tantrum and willfully gave away the apartment. It didn't happen like that. So if my twin sister, run up on, I mean, she tried to bully me and try to force me to fight her in 2017. She kept on trying to egg me on to fight her. So and she did put her hands on me. So for them to paint this false picture that I'm this out of control mentally, I mean, this out of control unstable mental patient. That's programming that you got from the foster care system. And you sit there and let a cult and money come between a relationship that you could be having with your own twin sister. But I'm the one that's so evil and grimy. No, it's you. You're the one that's abusive and narcissistic and a bully. But how many times people in the so-called TI community will say that the gang stalkers will that they're gonna fuck with the wrong targeted individual one day, or that the gang stalkers are gonna one day fuck around and how they say fuck around and find out. So everybody can do everything to me, but I'm not allowed to retaliate or fight back. I mean, it seems like all I gotta do is sit still and breathe air, and they will gossip about that. If I had long hair and was anorexic, kind of skinny, the online gang stalkers would have something to say about that too. So I mean, the harsh words that they say gossiping about me is unbearable to eyewitness, and it's extremely traumatic that I can't comprehend or fathom how they can be creative with being on having like a fake contest. I mean, a contest on who could talk more harsh about Candy Grand Prix. It's like a contest or a competition on who could talk more harsh about me. So like, how are you on a militant mission to make everybody hate your own twin sister, or turn you on a militant mission to turn everybody against your own twin sister? And my twin sister, she kept on lying, saying that she's not longer. I mean, that she's not part of the fake IDMR cult no more. Like certain times when I would question her, she would lie about it. But I don't even know when the last time she ever been to the fake meetings or whatever. But that could have freed her, like, to be set free from that cult. That could have freed her soul. Like, for me to tell her the truth about the Illuminati New World Order and all this back in 2012, 13, in 2011, she would try to use that to say that my research, my Illuminati research, is part of my OCD sickness. And she tried to say that people who research that stuff is sick in the head, you know. And then she would get mad and say, "Well, I'm gonna call you back later because your reasoning is off." She said that, "Oh, I'm gonna call you back because I'm a you know, oh, I'm gonna call you back because your reasoning is off." So for me to try to tell her, excuse me, the truth about the government conspiracies and agendas, that's sick. So she smear campaigned me to the family about that, and had the biological niece, hell-faced, ugly Monica, who's another abusive, narcissistic perp in the family. You know, Monica, that's Ramona's sister. I mean, I'm sorry, Ramona's sister. I meant to say Ramona's daughter. Dog, that's my sleep deprivation. So, Monica in 2015, when we got into an argument, she threw in my face and lied and said, "You be researching demonic stuff." Monica, you haven't even been around me, or, you haven't even been around me, or me and you don't even communicate. So how would you know, or you be researching demonic stuff? Because you get that smear campaign from my own twin sister. So even the family feel like, I'm dead to them and a lost cause and irredeemable, or basically they want nothing to do with me. And like, as I said, the fake perp bitch, Miss Shirley, rolled her eyes and sighed and was like, "Well, gee, it's no wonder why you like, that's fucking cold-blooded." So I don't understand how the online perps, it seems like the online perps, it's like my twin sister's cult. It's like more members like are being recruited and more members are being added, because also I'm receiving like an increase of thumbs down on all my videos. And Star Bricker was bragging about, they were all bragging about recruiting, other people to thumbs down more videos. Like, if you're 63, 64 years old, like, I mean, I just can't picture like somebody in their 60s acting like a third grade bully, though. So yeah, everything about them is fake, and everything about my twin sister is fake too. She's the one who can't be trusted. I can't even trust my own twin sister, and I can't trust any of my family. None of them. I mean, they had moments where she was even had moments where she was trying to set me up or trying to make a fool out of me. And going to mental health counselors didn't do any good, because all they did nothing but victim blame and perp and play psychological games, and make it like, well, you keep going around them, or you put yourself in a position and you allow yourself to be hurt or whatever, But like, or that I put myself in a position to deserve to be hurt by my own twin sister. But I didn't even realize they were all part of this Masonic Luciferian gang stalking narcissistic cult. So I heard about, the voodoo and blood sacrificing, and people been telling me for the past almost decade that my family wanna, like, Lisa Ruby was trying to talk about that the family put me up for a sacrifice, and that but Miss Lisa Ruby, I think she was trying to sacrifice me too, and try to do it before the family does it. That's why she got me down there. And so it seemed like as if I'm an easy target for everybody wanting to sacrifice me. So, and I'm in this all alone. Like, I was trying to not spend up, all of the rest of my money left, like on hotel or motel room for like me spend like 4 or 5 nights in a hotel, and then you know me trying to spend 4 or 5 nights in the hotel and then be broke for the rest of the month, and then having to beg so soon. But I'm really frightened because like it's okay. It's now Thursday, October 5th, 2023 at um 12:05 a.m. in the morning. So they want to who gave the online stalkers the fake authority to keep tabs and make sure I'm not begging. But then, I mean, if they wouldn't have gang stalked me out of my apartment, I would not have to be in a predicament where I have to beg. And y'all brag about how you want me dead. And it's like, even professed targeted individuals are enabling the online perps harassing me and defending and agreeing with them and teaming up with them, and it's like, you falsely call me a perp, but then the sex trafficking perps, you don't even see, your eyes aren't even open to see that they're perps. So I don't perp anybody, and excuse me, they make my nose itch. I'm not even initiated, you know. But for somebody to just sit down for months and years stalking and keeping up with everything you do and trying to control everything you do. Well, if the neighbors have a right to blast loud music, then I have a right to beg for however much money I need to survive. Since y'all for the gang stalking network, as I said, like, if I get a hotel room, they want to know, they want to research and hunt for what hotel I'm staying at. Why do they need to do all this to me? Even if I spend my own social security money on a night in a hotel, they want to try to figure out what hotel room I'm at. So when I was in Bloomington, I only asked for help like maybe about 3 times. Once, to try to get there to Bloomington in those cabins. And then after getting there to Bloomington, I asked for help with I was trying to ask for help with driver's license and stuff like that. But I didn't know that my name, and I actually very much forgot about my name being on the housing list in here in Pensacola. I really did I forgot all about it. I totally forgot all about it. So it seemed like everything was done, like everything was a waste. For me to be spending money on that storage unit for so many years, and stuff that was valuable to me, I even had to throw away. Stuff that's valuable and irreplaceable that I will never see again for the rest of my life. It made me feel like as if a part of me died. So I'm really scared about being forced to be outside and all the flies and bugs attacking me and torturing me and annoying me. And I don't even know if it's going to be kind of cold and not having a sleeping bag or not having a sleeping bag or you know not having a sleeping bag or a jacket or a hoodie or anything. And then I don't like things have to be different because I don't have the storage unit anymore. I don't have those possessions anymore, so I don't really have anywhere where I can store things. The places I used to be able to take showers, I can't go to those places no more. I can't go to those places no more, and you know, yeah, and I'm actually feeling like very scared, and then having nowhere where I can use the bathroom. And the online perps, they bragged and laughed. You know, I never like being homeless. I never pissed or shit on anybody's private property. You know, residential property or residential backyards. I never did that. So they bullied me away from downtown. And then the other spot where I was at, they ran me off and bullied me from there too. And then just that quick, they started remodeling the place and changing it to another business before I went to Cincinnati. So if they bullied me and ran me out of downtown and made me feel unsafe, you know, what happened downtown January 5th and 7th, I was homeless and dealt with the same thing that would just happen at the apartment with the intentional noise campaigns that they strategically wait for me to go to sleep. And then the police defended and agreed with them and bullied me and try to falsely make it like as if they had their right to go and do that. But like they did it with the intent to harass and they had a baby in the car. I mean, and then you know, and they had obvious one here, like they were decked up with the doctored up with the loudspeakers and every like total satanic noise campaign. That Richard Terrell perp and I don't remember the other perps names, but they are a whole devil worshiping satanic cult, you know. And Richard was perping with the red shirt and playing all kinds of psychological games and stuff like that, you know. And a lot of the restaurants I'm wrongfully banned from and can't eat at anymore. So I'm sitting here, it's like I don't even know how to deal with like a forced change routine and doing things differently when basically I don't have anywhere to go. After I leave out the hotel room tomorrow, I don't have anywhere to go. And this is really scary. This is really scary. That yeah, for somebody to be like what y'all call special needs, and this is what you do. But you know, like the narcissist bullies you in secret, but then when you the victim, you know, have the reactive abuse, it's like very impulsive, and then it's made for everybody to see, and then people will make the bully narcissist to be the victim and act like flying monkeys and then make like you're so wrong, dirty, and evil for what you said to this person. I'm like, well, they did this and that to me, but they have people who will bully the target for no reason, and they'll make it like you get what you deserve, and they'll say that well you had to have done something to trigger and provoke it, that they're not just gonna just do this to you for no reason. So people do stuff to like even in New York when I was being ganged up on and bullied at the shelter, and they got me wrongfully locked up in a mental institution, and they kept trying so many times. So like I'm heartbroken that even my own twin sister admitted that she called the police on me several times, but said that the police can't do anything about it because I'm homeless. But how come Star Bricker was able to get something done? I mean, the fact that she could call the police and have them stalk and follow me and confront me, and then try to trick me. And the police was trying to traffic me in the downtown Pensacola back in 2021. Yeah, the police was trying to traffic me. The police, I showed numerous videos about Pensacola police and Escambia County sheriffs gang stalking me. And those two police officers from Monday, they were perps. Because if the person you dealing with is a perp and you get into an altercation with the perp, they always send perp police officers. But the police officers from Sunday night did not seem like perps. They probably could have been, but they didn't seem like perps. So you basically, like, this is what my own twin sister will lie on me and say that, oh, every time Candy lies on me, she get paid, she get money. When it's actually you get paid, you teaming up with other the sex traffickers to get paid to gang stalk your own twin sister via social media. So, she left me alone for a long time. I mean, for like almost a year, and then went back to perping and harassing me again. So, as I said, the reason why recently I've been bringing her up, because online perps will make fake new accounts and harass me and then mention her name. So, I mean, I can't believe that my twin sister has no feeling about telling lies on me and then think it's funny. Because she's considered, like, she got, if I gotta be slow and retarded, she got mental problems and mental disabilities too. She got mental disabilities herself. But we went through the same the same ritual abuse in the household. But so many people have said that my twin sister caved in and sold out to lessen the abuse. I never heard of such thing as the police. Yeah, I think that was some perp shit that the police officer was trying to say, that the Whitney perp had a right to freedom of speech. Well, if she had a right to freedom of speech, how come the female kept forcing me to shut up and then bullied me and forced me to go inside my own house, my own apartment? Then, if she can have the freedom of speech to First Amendment freedom of speech to threaten me all she wants, but I'm sitting here trying to explain the truth. So my twin sister did not like to be victim blamed about being raped, but when I had my rape situation, she has victim blamed me before and even set up for me to get raped before. But then she said that the biological brother Derek set her up to get raped before, like in 2009 or something like that. I think, because I think the year 2008 we did not talk at all. So from just before our birthday, 2007, all the way through, like, I don't remember us having contact even in 2009, but like 2010. And then perps talking about, like, for our birthday, they're like, oh, why should, like, the fake Darnell Williams perp and David Jane would mention my twin sister or try to troll and fuck with me or whatever. And then talking about, oh, why would she want to talk to you after all the stuff you said about her? Well, but it's okay for her to talk about me. so it's like none of my family even really care about me. Even Sean hates me to the point to the point of murderous kind of hate towards me. Wyatt was gonna in 2018, I think it was. Wyatt was gonna let Sean beat my ass or beat me up. But then a couple of minutes later, after Sean walked off somewhere, Wyatt was trying to act like he was trying to you know, use and take advantage of me, but trying to take my money and stuff. So, excuse me. But I'm really, really scared of being on the streets. You know, and I mean, I wish that people would, have some compassion and understanding on like how hypersensitive I really am. You know, and people, they won't even try to accommodate me. They won't even try to they want to force me to just deal with the unbearable torture, which will make my Tourette's even worse. And then y'all try to criminalize me, and make it like that I'm just being violent. But no, it's like crying out for help and having like a Tourette's outburst or Asperger's meltdown or something, or autism meltdown. So the online perps falsely accused me of deliberately throwing all my belongings away on purpose just for an excuse to beg for more money and sympathy. They get that shit from my twin sister. So like now, I got rid of all those red earbuds that they left me with no choice but to get. So now I got the colors that I usually wear. So I don't have the red earbuds anymore. I gave those away. And the one red shirt that I had, I got rid of that too. So this shirt and the black pants and one pair of undies and one bra, one pair of socks. The clothes on my back, that's all the clothes to wear. So, let me not do that. So excuse me. So I mean, like, I'm feeling high anxiety about being on the streets and don't know where to go or don't know where would be a good place to go, and for me to end up feeling meltdowns of not knowing if mosquitoes or gnats or flies are gonna touch me, and being hypersensitive, you know, and people have just tried to make me out to be a bad person and treated me with so much abuse because of my disability, and to be extra cruel and brutal, and then it's like when I have a Tourette's outburst and fly off the handles with saying stuff I can't control, then y'all make like that I was so cruel and evil and mean, and and that the chief antagonizer or bully is the true victim. So like, you know I mean, I'm having difficulty to but you know what, I don't even know if this was the setup all along for them to sabotage my place to live on purpose, to make, of course, to make me back homeless again, but so that they can have a fake case to justify she can't she needs a handler to control her, and she needs somebody to have conservatorship over her, or she can't manage finances, she can't do this, she can't do that, when I can. But y'all just, threatened by all the truth that I'm speaking. Threatened by all the truth that I'm speaking. You know, and so it's a lonely, cold, scary world that even people supposed to be in the body of Christ, they do victim blaming and don't care about you at all. They don't care at all. I mean, there's not even one so-called, brother or sister in Christ that I can talk to because they're exploitative, narcissistic, abusive, and think that they're superior. So if somebody think you're retarded, they will call me a little girl and be disrespectful and abusive and try to handle me. And I'm supposed to just keep my mouth shut and take the abuse. And, the online perps gossiping and talking about me being in hotel rooms, laying on my back, pity prostituting. Y'all a whole narcissistic, abusive, Luciferian, flying monkey cult that y'all can't even think for yourselves. Think independently. And y'all think that following the herd makes you smarter. When y'all brainwashed and duped. Y'all are brainwashed. So, I mean, I'm homeless and I have not even asked for any like within the past couple of days, I had not even asked for any hotel room. I mean, help. I have not even asked for any donations. I have not asked for any donations. But see, I cannot go back to 532 West Garden Street anymore. They fixed all that up. That church the abandoned church, they built that into something. And I don't even know what they turned that into. If they turned it to a regular house or a place of business or excuse me. I can't even go to 25 West Government Street. I can't go there. I can't go there anymore either. That would have been a shelter overhead from, the rain. So I don't even know if by now, if I would have been hurt or dead by now, if I would have stayed longer at the at that apartment complex. So excuse me, I can't believe that other profess targeted individuals. If you know that, if you profess to be targeted, why are you calling me a greedy scammer or an ungrateful scammer like the perps do? Or agree with the perps when you know that the targeting program is designed to make you destitute, poor, homeless, jobless, unemployed, jail, prison, and all that, or dead. And you don't even care about another targeted individual. It's like if you don't care about a fellow TI, you don't have any empathy, then how can you call yourself a chosen one? If you were chosen, you would have better discernment on who's the real TI and who's fake. The wheat from the tares. Sheep amongst the goats. So I don't even know if that guy from earlier, if he left. But from yesterday, if he left or he checked out, because I thought I did hear him past 12 o'clock. But I turned on, like, it was 1:15. I turned off. I put the phone in airplane mode and then I turned it off. I put it in airplane mode and then turned it off. and I heard nothing. And I even goofed off and tried to put it in the microwave. And I'm like, nothing's happening. So I thought nothing was happening. And then I turned my phone back on. It was 1:43 p.m. I turned my phone back on, and like when I turned it on and took it off airplane mode, they had that loud thing, you know, the fake broadcast or whatever. And then I hurry up and I couldn't power my phone off fast enough, and I felt the frequencies pulsing, um, jolting and pulsing through my forehead. You know, but I didn't turn into a doggone zombie. But you know, they said that, like on Twitter, they were warning hyperacusis sufferers to make sure you got your phone turned off so you won't have like a meltdown or whatever. So I heard that. I think, and I also thought I saw on Twitter that hyperacusis and autism go hand in hand. That, you know, every autism sufferer has hyperacusis, and every hyperacusis sufferer has autism. But I think it's very fucked up. If you feel like I'm slow, or got some kind of problem, why the fuck would you bully me out of my apartment and force me to be homeless? All because you want to be selfish. Selfish and inconsiderate. Even in Los Angeles, my neighbors would tell me that I be quiet and don't bother nobody, and that they don't even be hearing me. I mean, the next door abusive narcissistic perp neighbor, Miss Pat, she pretended to be fake nice. But, you know, I try to be considerate and ask her if I be disturbing her sometimes, you know, trying to make sure I don't be disturbing her. But she's like, oh, I don't hear you. She said she never really heard me or whatever. You know, but only one time on me and my twin sister's 30th birthday, it was our 31st birthday. It was a masculine lesbian who physically assaulted me and bullied me on a bus, and the bus driver threatened to throw me off the bus and not her, and the assault was unprovoked. Talking about your ass is in my son's face. Well, you're not the baby daddy, so that's your girlfriend's son, not your son, because you can't be a baby daddy. So, but I mean, I want to know why the online gang stalkers, why do they do what they do? Why do they feel the need to keep up with stalking my every move, yet they hate me? And they want to know every crumb of food that I eat. They want to know my interactions with men. They want to know how many pounds, you know, they want to try to count how many every penny of what they think I might have possession of. Or they wanted to know so much of what was in my storage unit. Or, you know, they want to know where I'm staying at or where I'm living at. And so they think that to see if you call somebody mentally ill, for them to be agonized and tormented, you a straight up psychopath or a sociopath, that you enjoy, you get aroused by the suffering of an innocent person who never did you anything and does not even know you. And you think you got the authority to dictate that I shouldn't be allowed to write ebooks or publish ebooks, but then you saying that I don't have a right to tell the neighbor that they can't blast loud music. More like you're mad at me for telling the neighbors you can't perp me, or that you're not allowed to perp me. So like last night, I guess one of the reasons why I couldn't sleep, you know, more like 24 hours ago, I couldn't sleep because I guess I was feeling high anxiety, and you know, I didn't want to be up late at night like I am now, but I could not sleep. And I was trying to have a routine to go to bed earlier. So you try to tune out with I try to tune out with the MP3 player and white noise, but then with the vibrating, with the loud bass or whatever, I can still feel it, and that's excruciating. And I'm not the only one. A lot of people have sensitivity to this problem. If people claim to have sensitivity to radiation from cell phones, how come I'm crazy for having certain sensitivities? But people that they're jealous of you and think they're better than you, and then they harass, and you know bully and harass you, and try to call you slow and retarded, and pick on you when they have everything and you have just about nothing. And then they try to sabotage your attempts at trying to better yourself and trying to follow Jesus Christ. Because even another gang stalking goal is to try to kill your faith in Jesus Christ as well. They are vibrating my whole body now. I mean, I wish I could do another night in the hotel, but I won't be able to afford to. But as I said, I'm really scared to have to go back out on the streets with total vulnerability and no protection, like no stuff in the storage unit, to be able to store things, no sleeping bag, no jacket, no hoodie, none of that. And then wondering where and how I will be able to eat, being wrongfully banned from all these places. I mean, the online gang stalkers, they want to keep up with what hotel I'm staying at, what restaurants I'm eating at. Um, it's like they think it's their business how I interact with people in my YouTube videos. You know, so and it's like making me feel like the worst sinner in the world, or that you're just a very bad person. Well, why am I not locked up in jail or prison if I'm... Oh, and the online gang stalkers, they were gossiping and they lied on me. They lied on me and said that I was about to get arrested, or that the police was gonna arrest me for filming the perp neighbors. Well, how come that's not a First Amendment right to exercise, to film that you're gang stalking me and violating my personal rights, violating my human rights? How you gonna... I mean, in the gang stalking network, the online gang stalkers, how come they never show their real... Well, a few of them do, but a lot of they don't show their real name on face, but you know who they are sometimes, but some of them never reveal themselves. So it's like the gang stalkers, they will go and try to be messy and be like, well, this other TI says such and such bad about you and this and that. And then, when you feel like another person that's supposed to be targeted, betrayed you and faked you out, or, did something dirty to you, so even the people who say that they're Christians even hate my guts. And they make me feel really bad because I hate to even question, I feel bad asking, or feeling like God hates me. They try to make me feel bad enough. They try to make me feel like as if God hates me too. They try to make me feel that kind of bad. And the religious narcs trying to condemn me about my sins and stuff like that, when they turn around and abuse. So, what time is it? 12. Um, it's 12:39 a.m. in the morning. Well, I hope I'm not disturbing this person, if anybody's there. But so my anxiety is extremely high. I almost started to cry. I'm actually feeling really scared, and it's like I feel dead. Like I feel dead already. Like it's like I'm feeling like emotionally just shattered, psychologically, mentally, and emotionally and spiritually just shattered. Like this is like another trauma. And then people use me being at my lowest point to narcissistically abuse and try to police and tell me what to do and try to tell me where to go live at. What a fake TI perp that's named Heather falsely called herself Targeted California. She sent for me to come down to Bloomington, and then that was the first thing of why I didn't like that place and hated going back to Texas. And when I said I never wanted to go back to Texas, so she sent for me to come down there, and then later on that night she went AWOL on me. After I got good and settled in that cabin, she went AWOL on me. Shortly after saying someday we will meet. Yes, bitch never contacted me. And she also falsely claimed to be Christian. And I don't even know if she got hateful and unfollowed me. Unsubscribed on YouTube. She tried to tell me she was subscribed. But she pretended like she was trying to help me out and this and that or whatever. So that was a perp thing that she did, that she sent for me to go to Bloomington and be trapped, and then ghosted me and went AWOL on me. And then what happened with the paramedics in the ambulance situation and my bad vertigo and how they abused and treated me. And then also what happened with the Social Security thing. And then what happened with that bus driver. So all those, made me feel like I hated Bloomington and don't want to go back there ever again. Because the neighbors across in cabin number 15, soon as they gave the brand new cabins, they gave to the perps, not me. They gave to the perps. They gave the brand new cabins to the perps. So they were having like noise campaigns and noise harassment every single day. Every day. But then when I asked them if they could turn it down, they pretended to be fake nice and said, okay, we'll turn it down, and then lie and never turn it down. So even at night. And it was like very depressing. That was a very depressing summer. And I feel like robbed of a possible, could have been a good summer. Like that was the most depressing summer I ever lived through. And then it's October, winter is coming up. So I feel like the fact that if multiple perp neighbors that they use the noise campaigns to bully me out of my apartment, knowing that I'm disabled and hypersensitive and don't give a fuck, you know, y'all pretty dirty and fucked up for that. And then for me to expose y'all want to get gangster and ghetto and make death threats at me. So I don't even know where my next move might be. I'm really scared. I'm really scared. And as I said, because of the saltwater intrusion threat, I can't. And plus, it's worse in New Orleans, my hometown, New Orleans. It's worse with the noise, and people are even more inconsiderate and ghetto and will kill you. So if y'all say that gang stalkers won't kill you, ghetto gang stalker, excuse me, no matter what city and state, will kill you. So people try to make like just because they're in the hood that they're not susceptible to being a gang stalker, or that's totally unrelated. You know, but yeah, ghetto gang stalkers, you know, they will kill you, but that doesn't mean that I deserve it. And the ones who say I deserve it, y'all gonna eat y'all words in hell at the, like, when y'all face God at judgment, because y'all it's not y'all place to say what I deserve, especially if y'all weren't even really there. You know, so, you know, my twin sister's cult followers talking about they can't wait for me to, you know, drop dead like a rabid dog, or that most people are waiting for me to see me drop dead. So, like, me being homeless on the streets, people don't care if I get attacked by any alligators, or they don't care if I get attacked by a dog, or attacked by possums, raccoons, or I don't know if possums attack people, but you know, or if I get attacked by gang stalkers. So if I'm not supposed to film anything or expose anything, but perps could be, they film the shit out of me. How come the perps can do and say stuff to trigger and provoke me, and I'm supposed to just shut up and ignore? But if I try to defend myself, I deserve to get shot and killed, or I deserve to fuck around and find out. When y'all started with me first, and then I try to stand up for myself, and then you make it like as if I'm the one who gotta fuck around and find out. Like, you gotta have the first and the last lick. Unprovoked for nothing. And as I said, during this time, you know, I'm trying to figure out, where is everybody? Where is anybody to be supportive and helpful when they're all betraying me and kicking me down? Even men, black men, betraying me and kicking me down even harder. And being fake as fuck. Like, even at that project's addicts court, even the men are fake and perps. Like, if you're in the hood, how the hell you gonna be fake? Cause you sold your soul to the devil, and you a perp, an abusive, narcissistic perp. Like, those ladies that defended me, they were genuine. That they said that they saw Whitney and all of them picking on and harassing me, and that they always been, you know, bad neighbors. So the bad neighbors kick out the good tenant, and smear campaign and lie and manipulate and twist everything to make it look like as if the person that's trying to better themselves is the demon, when it's not the case. So thanks for listening to me. And I'm gonna say it again on purpose, just to make you gang stalkers mad. I need any and all the help that I can get, because you motherfuckers, the gang stalking network, you know, y'all were plotting my destruction when y'all were hunting to find out. Oh, let's find out where she's staying at. They hunted for and found out the complex where I was living at before I even posted up any gang stalking or harassment activity. And y'all trying to make like I'm just this crazy lady that's unhinged and bamming on people's door. The music was too loud. But if I was knocking on the door for another reason and they could hear me, then it could be a normal knock. But the music was way too loud, and it was after hours. Sunday night, it was freaking 11 o'clock at night, and that was a noise violation. And two people back to back, yeah, that's a damn intentional noise campaign. And perping me with Aaliyah, yeah, they did that shit on purpose. Like complete strangers. I never had a conversation with you. I never saw your face. How you know to perp me with Aaliyah? That's some creepy shit. So let me go to bed. Try to. Y'all keep me in your prayers because I'm trying as best as I can to psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and and spiritually stay strong. Like people say with my bachelor's degree that I shouldn't even have to, or I'm not supposed to even be in this predicament. But due to the gang stalking is why I'm in this predicament. That they force you to be poor and then ultimately sacrifice you. So whether I die in a group home, the mental institution, jail, it will be like a planned blood sacrifice, and then they cash in with the insurance fraud.